All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Model Monday Live, where we challenge you to take a 2D print, turn it into a 3D model as quickly as possible using any 3D CAD system. My name is TooTallToby. Very excited to be hosting this, the final episode of 2024. It's great to see everybody in the chat. We got some new people in the chat. Welcome. We see Robbie is here in the chat, says, hey, Toby, on shape all the way. Yes, indeed. Old friend Chris Knudsen is here in the chat, as well as old friend Mesa Makes. Says, Model Monday, woot woot. Yes, indeed. Very excited to be working with Mesa Makes on our upcoming CAD vs. CAD high school level tournament for all high school students. All high school students in his school, of course. And Jim Yu is here, says, hey, Toby and everyone, and a happy new year. Yes, indeed. Very excited to be moving into 2025. Can't believe how fast 2024 went. We're running some new lighting here today. The lighting looks a little bit bright, I know. Don't worry. We'll get it all worked out eventually. Things are a little bit bright here today for sure. It's a bright outlook. It's a bright outlook on the new year. And Pico Boo is here. Says, hi, first time catching a live stream. Been watching your videos on Onshape and trying to learn. Well, welcome, Pico Boo. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you in here today. Bob Phelps is here. Says, hello from Iowa. Eric Gouthier is here. Hi, TTT. What's up, Eric? Old friend of the show. Great to see you in here again. Mesa Make says, the kids are coming into practice later today. Very nice. And Eric is coming at us live from Quebec. Direct from Quebec. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Today is Monday, December 30th. What an awesome way to start the week here with Model Monday Live, and an awesome way to end the year. Some of you probably are on break. Maybe some of you are using your final PTO for the year. Maybe some of you are at the office. That's awesome. You know, wherever you are, I'm just very thankful that you were all able to join us here today. Robbie says, I'm hoping to pass the Onshape Associate exam. Very nice. That would be awesome, Robbie. Good luck to you on that, and we'll have lots of tips and tricks to share with you today about Onshape to maybe help you through that challenge. But it's always good to go through and try to set those goals and hold yourself accountable to those goals, and then ultimately achieve those goals. You know, it's a lot of work to get through goals in the world of 3D CAD certification, and really just in life. In life, it's a lot of work to get through goals. But when we work really hard to achieve those goals, on the other side is where we're trying to get to. They say on the other side is greatness. So you sacrifice a little bit today, and then on the other side, you get to achieve greatness. And that's really what we should all be working towards. So huge shout out to Robbie on his journey, and good luck on that certification. And Kyle McKinney is here. Says, SolidWorks is the best. This is my first time watching live too. I hope to compete eventually. I'm a CSWE. Awesome, Kyle. Well, great to see you in here. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. And JS is here today. Says, buenos dias, everyone. Welcome, JS. Thanks for joining us. And Zach is here and says, hi. Hello, Zach. How are you? And Aaron C says, welcome, Kyle. Why not compete today, bro? Yeah, that's the cool thing about Model Monday Live. You don't have to wait for the next tournament. You can just compete every Monday live with some former champions. Some of the best in the world are here every episode of Model Monday Live. And Mohammed is here and says, hello, I'm from Pakistan. Welcome, Mohammed. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. And Kyle says, oh, really? Oh, yes, indeed. We do compete live. Every Model Monday Live, we compete live in the chat. So guys, I'm very excited to talk about this tournament with LeGrand High School. It's going to be starting in just a couple weeks, January 10th, which is a Friday. We're going to be live streaming. I'll talk to you about this a little bit more in just a few minutes. But as we are getting started here, and as we are rolling into the very end of the year, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you all so much. Everyone in the TooTallToby community has helped make 2024 a successful year. And I wanted just to say thank you. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the super thanks people. Thank you to the joiners of the channel. Thank you to the likers, anybody who liked the channel. Thank you to the tutorial makers. I know there's some of you out there that make tutorials for a lot of our challenges. I really appreciate you spreading the word. Thank you to all the super chats. We do have super chat as an option in all of our live streams, and there's been a lot of people who have supported via super chat throughout the year. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to anybody who's participated in the Value for Value program. You can examine that via the website, TooTallToby.com. The Value for Value program is awesome. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined Practice Models Premium, a brand new offering that we've rolled out in November with our app, the Practice Models app. We've had, I think, 40 people join that so far. So thank you so much to everyone who has joined the Practice Models Premium program, the app. And thank you to all the students out there, and thank you to all the people who have shared, and thank you to all the commentors, the chat, the most amazing chat ever, of course, all of you who are out there today. But anybody who's added comments on the videos, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to the Discord crew, all of you who hang out with me in Discord and help answer questions and help welcome new people to the community. So thankful to everyone, really, who has been a part of the TooTallToby community this year. So thank you guys so much. Just wanted to start the live stream with a quick thank you. Quick shout out to all the people who truly make TooTallToby what it has become today. We've really been through a lot of different changes, a lot of different permutations, but we've really only been able to do it with the support of all of you. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love all you guys. You are all awesome. And as we are winding out the year, I couldn't wind out the year without saying thank you to everybody who's made this possible. So thank you all so much. And David in the chat says, thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you, David. I will do my best to keep up the good work for sure. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. Today, we're going to do 2 CAD speed modeling challenges for all of you. We're going to talk about TooTallToby, some updates. We're going to do a live solve using Onshape, share some tips and tricks from the wonderful world of Onshape. And of course, we're going to interact with you, the best chat ever. So our live solve is going to be this model here. We showed this a couple of weeks ago as a challenge for you. Now today, I'm going to go through and solve this in Onshape because there's some pretty cool stuff we can do in Onshape with this model. And of course, if you want to support the channel, just remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's the best way to support the channel, the easiest way to support the channel. And of course, share and reshare. Get out there and tell your coworkers about the channel. Let them know what we're doing over here in the world of competitive esports for 3D CAD. And just let everybody know what we are doing. And that's it. Let's get into it here. Your first CAD speed modeling challenge is going to feature a 2D print. You're going to try and turn that into a 3D model as quickly as you can. You're going to try to calculate the mass, and you're going to enter your answer directly in the YouTube chat. And the rules are basic here. The basic rules are you can use any 3D CAD package as long as you can input the density and output the mass. You are welcome to compete today. And make sure you use the specified precision, although I think all the models today are in full numbers. I don't think there's any well, actually, you know what? I'm wrong. One of them is a decimal point answer. So make sure you use the specified precision. You can be more precise, but if you are less precise, then you might go out of spec. And the first correct answer in the chat wins a point, gets on the official Model Monday Live leaderboard, which we have over on the TooTallToby website. If you visit TooTallToby.com, where is it? TooTallToby.com. Here it is, TooTallToby.com. And you go to Play and Learn Model Monday Live. You can see that we've got an official scoreboard here. Aaron C., who is in the chat today, he was worried maybe Victor K. was going to overtake. Aaron C. is in the chat today. He's going to be competing with all of you. He's at the top of the leaderboard right now. And then we're going to reset for 2025. But we may be looking at a champion, a world champion. The new scoreboard is so sick. Yes, indeed, Aaron C., I agree. And huge shout out to the team, to Bodie McBoat Pants and to Vicky for putting this scoreboard together. It really, really looks nice. Nice and simple, but, you know, it's perfect. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So whoever gets the answer correct first in the chat will be declared the winner. Will earn that point. And here are our materials. I saw Aaron C. posted this in the chat a little bit earlier. Thank you for that, Aaron C. For everybody else, if you guys want to take a look, here are your custom material densities. Plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. 1060 aluminum, 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. ABS, 1020 kilograms per cubic meter. And red oak, 570 kilograms per cubic meter. Aaron C. says, let's just do 30 parts today so everyone has a chance to cinch the title. I like that. I like that. And Dom Linder says, Aaron C. is a Model Monday Live animal. Yes. He is truly a super fan. Thank you so much, Aaron C. Much love to Aaron C. And speaking of Aaron C., guys, we got a big announcement from Toby and Aaron C. This is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I will make mistakes. And the Ivan exploit is permitted. And I think we're going to see the Ivan exploit video released. I think we agreed it's going to be released sometime in 2025. So big announcement. We do have a video explaining the Ivan exploit, and the official release date is probably going to be sometime in 2025. So all you out there who have been looking forward to seeing that video, Aaron C. and I are just finishing up. We're working with DaVinci editing software, DaVinci Resolve, to put the final touches on this thing. We're doing some special effects on this thing, some special audio stuff. But I think that we're on track to release that sometime in 2025. So the Ivan exploit video is inbound. Be on the lookout for that. And it'll be hopefully streaming. I think we're going to have streaming deals with Netflix and with Amazon. So we are in negotiations with some of the biggest streaming companies out there for that video. So very exciting times here. But in the meantime, just keep in mind the Ivan exploit is permitted on these Model Monday live challenges. And with that, the big announcement is the announcement will come eventually. Yes, we're looking at possibly sometime in the next amount of time. Sometime. Here we go, guys. Let's give a quick shout out here to Hugo Craft. Says, I follow along with some of your Onshape tutorials, and they are a big help to get me away from Tinkercad. Yo, let's go. That's awesome, Hugo Craft. Well, thank you so much, and very glad to see you in here today. And here's your chance to put those skills to the test, because as soon as I show this 2D print, you guys are all going to be live, and you are going to be challenged to turn this into a 3D model. So let's flip over to full screen. Make sure you grab a screen capture of this print so you have time to work on it while I proceed through the presentation today. And here we go. Your first CAD vs. CAD challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX.X grams? This part is called BlueByte Systems. If you want to learn more about BlueByte, you can check them out at bluebyte.biz. Shout out to my good friend, Amen, who is running the BlueByte systems. Running the BlueByte systems. and this part is a two-part. It's a multi-part. It could be an assembly. It could be a multi-part. However you want to do it. It's two parts that get notched together, get hooked together. We're giving ourselves 0.5 millimeters of clearance all around that notch. The part is mirrored, so you can see there's a mirror plane, so whatever's on the bottom is also on the top, but mirrored up to the top there. But it is two parts. It's almost meant to be hooked together here like a 3D print, like you 3D print the two parts in different colors, and then you glue them together, so you need a little bit of clearance. And Rich Penn says, going to be a tough one with only 2 Toby notes. Yes. Well, this is definitely an example of something you might get from a customer that is not an official engineering drawing. You have to kind of use your engineering intuition to figure out what's going on here. But the basic gist is that you've got 0.5 notch clearance all around. You got two parts. They're mirrored on top and on bottom of one another, and they're meant to be hooked together. Nice and hooked together, maybe glued together at the end. So you need a little bit of clearance. And that is the gist of this part. Good luck. Both parts are 1060 aluminum alloy. Both parts are 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. What is the mass of this part, this multi-body part, in XXX.X grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.1 grams. Pico Boo says, yikes. Yeah, good luck on this one, guys. It's going to be a fun one. Not swoopy, lofty, crazy geometry. Just having some fun here with the BlueByte Systems logo. Turning it into 3D, maybe 3D printing it. I'm just taking a sip of my coffee here, letting you guys absorb this. Don't forget to screen capture this. You want to make sure you screen capture it so that you've got it. So you've got it and you are ready to go. I'm just going to look something up here real quick. Just probably going to play a little something in the background. I know, we're good. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, guys. Hope that was enough time for you to grab the screen capture because we are moving on. And don't forget, if you're just tuning in, hit that like button. Let me see. What do we got here for likes? We got 45 people watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this beautiful holiday season. 16 likes. Let's see what we can do to get that up to 45 likes. Let's get that like ratio and viewer watcher ratio to match up at 1-to-1. And don't forget to share and reshare. We always say on Model Monday Live, your goal is to walk up to a coworker and whisper in their ear and say, hey, you know about TooTallToby.com? You know about the Practice Models app? You know about Model Monday Live? Let them know what we're doing over here. We are the gamification of 3D CAD, and we are trying to help educate people on how to get a little bit better at 3D CAD. It sounds like from some of the comments we're seeing here in the amazing chat that we are doing a good job helping people get through these challenges. Look at Aaron C. already coming in with an answer. Is it correct? Nobody knows. I'm not going to know until the end. And don't forget, you can join the party. There are some ways to support the channel that are very much appreciated. First of all, Practice Models Premium. If you go to TooTallToby.com, you'll see here right on the homepage, there's a button here that says Get Started with Free Practice Models. And when you click in there, you're going to be able to sign up for a free account. I'm currently logged in under my free account. This is the free TooTallToby account. And we've got this repository of 2D to 3D challenges. This is just like what we're doing here today in Model Monday Live. And there are 20 free challenges in here. And then if you really enjoy these types of challenges, if these are helping you get better at 3D CAD and you want to kind of continue that journey, then what you could do is you could choose to sign up for premium membership. There's a premium membership up top here. But even if you're not in a spot where you can sign up for premium membership, you can still get in here and do these challenges. They're a lot of fun. The cool thing about these challenges is that when you're done taking a 2D print and turning it into a 3D model, you get some pretty cool analytics. You get to find out how well you did on the challenge. So your time for the model was 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And then you can see what the fastest time was, 1 minute and 14 seconds. And you can also see what the average time was, so the average time from the field. You can see that there have been a total of 1,282 people who have completed this model. So that's kind of cool too. And then you can even click try again. If you're not happy with your time, if you want to go a little bit faster, you can click this try again button. You can try these challenges again. But basically the way these challenges work is that you click here, you click reveal drawing, and boom, the drawing is up, and now your time is running, and you're challenged to figure out what the mass is. And once you figure it out, you can enter it into this field here. I'm going to enter in a mass of 999 grams and press enter, and it says incorrect. Your answer of 999 grams is not within the specified tolerance. The clock is still running. So this is the Practice Models app over at TooTallToby.com. And a great way to support the channel is to sign up not only for the free Practice Models app, but also sign up for the Practice Models Premium. Get access to that entire library and some other new features that we are adding into that app throughout the year. And of course, you can also join the YouTube channel. We're going to talk more about that in just a little bit. But joining the YouTube channel is another great way to support what we're doing here at TooTallToby.com. And finally, you can take training. You can take live training with Toby. So these are all great ways you can support the channel. If you are in a position to support the channel financially, these are great ways to do it. And we do have a new option. This is the join the channel option. We do have a new option. We're going to talk about this in just a little bit. But down below the video, there's a button that says join. In the chat, Sahal says, how the heck are you solving this? Explain it quick, anyone. How the heck are you solving it? I'll explain it for you, Sahal, no problem. I'll be happy to. So for this model here, what you want to do, like with any 3D challenge, you want to ask yourself, where should the origin be located? And I think that it makes sense for the origin to be located down here in this corner. That's where you're going to start. So you probably would want to start a sketch on the front plane and then sketch this shape on the front plane. You have all the dimensions you need for this shape. And you can create that geometry on the front plane of your modeler using lines, and then you can go back in and you can use dimensions to lock in the locations of those lines, and that'll give you what we call fully defined sketch. Then you can extrude that. I think the depth is 14. Yep, you could extrude that out to your depth of 14, and then you can use a mirror command and mirror that shape up top here, so you'll have the same shape up at the top and up at the bottom. And then after you got that, then you can do some cut extrudes. You can cut extrude here with this 5mm clearance. So for example, you could start a sketch on this face, and then you could maybe create a shape like this that has parallel lines that are all 5mm parallel offset, this 5mm clearance. And then you could take that shape and you could cut that to a depth of 7.25. So that'll let you cut the notch in one of these. You see up here, it says notch. That'll let you cut the notch in one of these. And then you just repeat that process for the other one. And that should leave you with a gap here between these two. Like there's going to be a little tiny pocket here, a little tiny gap of 0.5 millimeters as well. Because it's 7.25. That's 14.5. And this is only 14 deep total. So that'll give you 0.5 additional little gap there between them. And that should do it for that one. So I hope that's what you were asking for. I hope that explains it. If it does, Sahil, let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know. And we have some other people in the chat also letting you know kind of what they think. Yep, no problem. No problem. Thank you for the question. Happy to help you through that one. So we're going to talk more about this join option in just a minute. But beyond that, let's talk about what's going on with this high school tournament. So the high school tournament is going to take place on January 10th, January 17th, January 24th, and January 31st. There's only going to be 8 people in this tournament. Our world championship has 16 people in it. This tournament's going to have 8 people in it, and these are all high school students in 10th and 11th grade at LeGrand High School. So very excited to see these matchups. Very excited to see how these students do. I am super, super excited to see how these students do. And this is going to be a cool tournament. The tier level of the challenges is going to be a little bit lower to be appropriate for high school students. But I'm excited to see how they do. I'm excited to kind of experiment in this new format. And it's just a really exciting time here as we're moving into this format of working with high school teachers and working with high school students and doing some more tournaments like this. So hopefully this will be the first of many of these high school championships. I do want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at 3D Connection. They've sponsored our prizes for our tournaments in the past, and they're also putting up some great prizes for the winners of this tournament. So be sure to check them out. 3D Connection, they have some awesome hardware for 3D CAD. If you haven't visited them before, check them out, 3dconnection.com. But they are always so supportive of these tournaments, of this format, and got to give a huge shout out to our friends at 3D Connection. And of course, huge shout out to Mesa Makes, who's in the chat, who's the instructor for these students. And I'm so excited to see how all these students do. Let's take a look at some of these names. We got Smiley, who's in 10th grade, going up against the JS, also in 10th grade. We got Escalete in 11th grade, going up against La La Lambs in 10th grade. We got Mr. Fancy Pants in 10th grade, going up against NXC in 11th grade. And we got Dubya going up against Witch Ho, 10th grade versus 11th grade. So this is going to be a really fun tournament to watch. I am super excited about this. We have posted all of the tournament dates here as live stream. So here in the playlist, we do have a playlist here. I'll drop this into the chat for everybody. We do have a playlist here at the TooTallToby YouTube channel for this tournament, for these tournament matchups. So everything is scheduled. The playlist is there. You can set a reminder. You can add it to your calendar. You can make sure that you don't miss those. But basically, they're going to be at 1 p.m. East Coast on Fridays in January. So I appreciate all the love coming in here in the chat. And I also want to just roll back a little bit here. In the chat. Let me just bring up the chat here on the screen. Got to give a huge shout out to our friend Aaron C, who came in with some super chat. I almost missed it there earlier. Sorry about that, Aaron. Here we go. Aaron C says, I'm in a position to support the channel financially. Thank you, Aaron C. Very much appreciate all the support throughout the year. He's also a member of the channel. You can see he's got the special TooTallToby icon. Very much appreciate that, Aaron. And thank you so much for that support. And thanks for the super chat today. That's awesome, man. You are great. We love Aaron C here in the TooTallToby community. And we see Mike Puckett in the chat, old friend of the channel, certification guru at SolidWorks. Mike says, Toby, nice to see you still with the competitions. Yes, indeed, Mike. They're only getting stronger. My friend. Great to see you in here. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas. Happy holidays. Great to see you in here. Kids are so hyped. JS is one of your competitors. He is here today. Nice. Great to see you in here, the JS. Great to see you in here. All right. Question came in here from Kyle M. Shouldn't the notch cut dimensions 7.25 be 6.75 to allow clearance? That's a good thought. But if we only made those 6.75, we'd come up short, right? Because the cuts wouldn't go deep enough. It's a great thought. But if we only made them 6.75, then they would end up, there would be 0.5 additional material here. And we want that to be 0.5 gap, not additional material. But great question. Great question. Definitely know where your head was on that one, Kyle. But yep, we want that to be 7.25, so we end up with a gap. Can you draw the curved alignment post? Yes, definitely. I'll definitely draw that one up, Mehmet. That's on my list of things to do. So thank you for asking that. And it definitely is on my list. And we will definitely be seeing that coming out in the next couple of weeks on the channel, maybe even this week. Mesa Makes says, I'm going to be making some trophies in-house for this tournament. Yeah, that's what I like to see. I got to see one of those. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, guys. Cool. Well, we are very excited about this tournament. Congratulations to all the students who made it into this tournament and looking forward to doing more throughout the year. Those are going to get started in just 2 weeks. January 10th will be the first one, Friday, January 10th. Be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be a really exciting time. All onshape. It's all onshape users in this tournament. In our World Championship, you know, we invite users from any CAD system, and certainly we invite teachers who are teaching any CAD system. Get in touch with us. We can do a tournament for your school too. But the tournament that we're doing here is all for onshape students because it's an onshape class. You know, onshape is awesome in the training room, in the classroom. So it totally makes sense for that one to be onshape. Great choice from Mesa Makes for the CAD system. Alrighty, here we go. Let's keep going. What else is going on in the world of TooTallToby? We got some training coming up in February. We've got a sheet metal training class, TooTallToby.com/training. If you want to get some more info on that and get the dates on that, that's going to look something like this. So February 25th through 27th, we're going to do 3 half days instead of doing the 2, like I think we were doing 6-hour days before. So 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. East Coast. That way, you'll be able to continue working throughout the day. You're not going to lose a full day of work or anything. 3 half days, February 25th through 27th for that sheet metal training. And we're also going to be doing February 11th through the 13th for some SolidWorks beginners training. If you're out there and you need SolidWorks beginners training, or if you know anyone, you get new employees at your company, anything like that, let them know. We're going to be doing instructor-led training in February for people who are looking to learn how to use SolidWorks, or for people who are trying to learn how to use sheet metal in SolidWorks. So very excited about that training that's coming up. Be on the lookout for that. TooTallToby.com/training for that sheet metal training. TooTallToby.com/training for that beginners SolidWorks training. And then we also have a CSWP prep class on that same website, TooTallToby.com/training. This one is self-paced, so it's not on any set date. You can just sign up and take it whenever you are ready. I think we're still having, Vicky, maybe you could confirm in the chat if we're still doing, is it a 42% off special? 42, of course, is the magic number. 42, the ultimate number. Really the answer to everything, right? If you're ever not sure how to answer something, just say 42, and you're probably correct. So I think we're still running a special on that CSWP prep class, 42% off. I think it runs until tomorrow, the end of, yes, the promotion lasts until tomorrow. Great. So maybe you could let them know in the chat, Vicky, what the coupon code is at checkout. I think it's DEC 42. But the point is that if you guys are ever interested in getting your certified SolidWorks professional, this is the class for you. It's $150, but it is on sale right now until tomorrow. So this is your chance to sign up for that class. It's self-paced, so you can buy it now and then take it whenever you have time to take it. And it's 5 hours video, sample CSWP prep exam, downloaded training files, and tips and tricks really for any certification. This really does give you everything you need to pass the CSWP. So if you take this class, you're going to get through the exam. I'm not going to say I guarantee it, but you'll definitely have everything you need to get through it for sure. And we also have some PDF party packs on that training site as well, TooTallToby.com/training. I'm going to kind of buzz through some of the rest of this stuff. We talked about Practice Models. The Practice Models app is amazing. You can log in. You can see the leaderboard here. We've got 118 models on the site right now, 118 challenges for everyone. 20 of those are free. And then if you really like the app, you can sign up for the premium app. You get your cool analytics. There's tutorial videos on a lot of these in case you get stuck. And you also have the ability to take the challenge again. You can try again if you want to get a faster time. And huge shout out to Bodie McBoatpants, our web dev, who's truly making this possible. Shout out to Bodie McBoatpants. We love Bodie McBoatpants. And let's see here. Oh, Mesa Makes says those party packs are great for sub days if you are a teacher. Oh, that's good. That's Awesome. Thank you for that, Mason Makes. That's great feedback. Yeah, these are also available here at TooTallToby.com/training. You've got this, in all products, you've got these PDF party packs. We have a tier 1 and a tier 2 party pack, and this is a collection of challenges for you to take, to print out, to share with your students. There's a disclaimer down here at the bottom that basically says that you can use these however you want. If you're an instructor and you're using them for educational purposes, you can use them however you want. That's what this note down here says. So it's a great resource for you if you are an educator. Nice little pack of challenges. Best $20 I ever spent. Thank you, Mason Makes. What a great testimonial, live testimonial here in Model Monday Live. All right, and I think that's about it for TooTallToby News. We got anything else in here? Oh, the Discord, of course, the Discord. We thanked the Discord users earlier. Thank you so much to all the Discord users, and visit us on the Discord, link down below in the description. All right, guys, that's it for now. Let's take a look at this first challenge. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What do we do? How are we doing for likes now? Let me refresh here and see how we're doing. We are up to 27 likes. That's what I like to see. We got 40 people watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you are watching. Be sure to hit the like button. Let's get that up to 1-to-1. And this first challenge here is called BYTE Systems. And of course, this is part of our ongoing promotion. If you sign up at TooTallToby at YouTube and you use the option for join to join the channel, there's 2 levels you can join at. And if you do the buy me a cup of coffee level, then we create a custom personalized practice model for you. So we want to say thank you so much to BYTE Systems, who has joined that program. Click the join button, choose buy me a cup of coffee, and you can see here that the YouTube option has a lot of people in here. There's some more people coming up next, but we see at the bottom here we started out with Rich Penn, created a personalized model for Rich, Bob, Dom Linder, Min Watex, Fully Defined, Aaron C, Victor K, PC Arduino. Yup, that's me. And now BYTE Systems. And who is next? Who's going to get the next personalized model? We will see. We will see. So for this one, this is kind of a fun one. We're using the BYTE Systems logo here, kind of turning it into a 3D model. Let's see what we got here for our answers in the chat. So Aaron C came in pretty darn fast with his answer, and his answer was, here we go, 219.8. Dom Linder, 219.8. Dom Linder revising 219.8. We got Mason Makes 219.7. We got Eric Guthier 219.8. Mason Makes 219.8. Kyle M in the chat 219.8. Very nice, very nice. I like this consistency in this answer. I think we know the right answer here. Let's see who else we got here in the chat. Who else came through with answer? Oh, here's that code, DEC42. That is the code at checkout to get that 42% off on that CSWP prep. Thank you for that, Vicky. And Jim U. Kerbersus, 219.8. I'm sure I nailed that name there perfectly. Guys, the correct answer for this challenge is 219.8. So GG to Aaron C. Congratulations, Aaron. Well done, my friend. Getting yet another point on the leaderboard. Wow, wow, wow. Super fast, too. Congratulations to Aaron C. 219.8 is the correct answer. He got it right. He got it right within the specification. But, guys, these challenges are never easy. Congratulations to anyone who was able to get that correct. These challenges are not easy, especially in this limited amount of time. It's a rush, man. It is an absolute rush. Congratulations to Aaron C. Well done. But the game is not yet over. We got one more challenge for you all today. And for this one, we're going to go back in time a little bit to our 2023 tournament. This is a fun one, a really fun one. A little bit of order of operations on this one. Here we go. This next challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. Grab a screen capture. There's 1 Toby note on this print. Note 1 continuous surface. But it's an important note because it definitely will affect your order of operations. Unless you're really good with like face fillet, then it probably doesn't matter. A little face fillet joke there for all the true hardcore CAD guys in the crowd today. Here we go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. Good luck to everyone on this challenge. If you were around back in 2023 when we had the World Championship, don't open your old file. Do it again. See if you can remember. Not a super hard part. Not a super easy part, but I think a good part to end the year on. End the year of 2024 on this model. It's a fun little challenge for everybody. Good luck. And Aaron C. in the chat says, that part was hard, man. Anyone who finished it deserves a pat on the back. Nice, Aaron C. Very nice. I agree. GG. I like seeing the custom GG icons rolling in from the crowd as well. Get a hold of those icons by becoming a member of the YouTube channel. Have some fun with those icons. All right, guys. Let's move on. We're going to do a live solve using Onshape here. But before we do, I just want to say once again, thank you so much. I know I said this earlier, but in case anybody wasn't here earlier, thank you to you, the chat, the amazing chat that's out there. Thank you to anybody who has subscribed this year or prior, all of our subscribers, really. Anyone who's ever done a super thanks, thank you so much. Thank you to anyone who's joined using the new join option. Thank you so much to anybody who has hit the like button. All the likers out there. Thank you so much to the tutorial makers. I know there's a lot of people who create videos of themselves making tutorials of these models on their own YouTube channel. Thank you for helping to spread the word. Thank you to all the super chats that we've received throughout the year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all the Value for Value members, anybody who's done some financial contributions just for the sake of saying thank you, not for anything in return, not signing up for a program, but just for saying thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. And thank you to everyone who signed up for Practice Models Premium. We're going to continue developing that app throughout the year. We got some really exciting enhancements coming for Practice Models Premium this year. Very excited to see where that app goes. And thank you to all the students out there who have signed up for TooTallToby training. Thank you to all the sharers out there, anybody who has shared the good word of TooTallToby. Thank you to anyone who's left a comment, all the commenters. I feel like I spelled that wrong somehow. And thank you, of course, to the Discord crew, everybody in Discord who's always giving great advice to the other members of the TooTallToby Discord and helping everybody through. It's fun in there. It's fun. A lot of times people in Discord will send me their model. They'll send me like a step of their model because they modeled it in Fusion, and they'll say like, what am I missing here? And then I get to open that up in my CAD programs and do a geometry compare and then kind of help them figure out where they go. So thank you all so much. Vicky in the chat also says, thank you. Lots of gratitude to everyone. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. And with that, let's get into our live solve here using Onshape. This is going to be a fun model. Thank you again so much to everyone who has supported the channel over the years. Looking forward to getting into 2025 and all the cool new stuff we're going to get into this year. But right now, let's get focused here on our live solve using Onshape 3D CAD modeling software. And we're going to jump into it here and model up this part here. This is kind of a cool model, this hinge bracket. We saw this a couple of weeks ago. The hinge bracket is a model that offers a lot of different tools that you can use, but what I'm going to really focus on for this model is the thin feature tool in Onshape, because this is a tool that I've been experimenting more with lately, trying to get a little bit more fluid with that tool. And I think this model here is a great opportunity for us to use that thin feature tool. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a game plan. Before you create any 3D model, you want to start out with a game plan. And in the case of this 3D model, or really any 3D model, the game plan should start out with you asking, where should the origin be located? Now, the first thing you want to look for is, does the model have symmetry? And that's going to be apparent by these CLSYM notes. So there's a line of symmetry going right down through the model in this direction. So I think the origin is going to be right at the center of the model. The next thing you want to ask is there a location where there are a lot of dimensions coming from? And I think in the case of this model, there is a location, and that location is right here. There's a lot of dimensions that seem to be coming from right here, right at this spot right here. So the 78's coming from there, the 40, the 150, all these different dimensions all seem to be coming kind of from that spot. So I think that's a good spot. You could also make the argument to put the origin up here. That would be fine too. I think it's kind of negligible, the difference between those two. So the first thing you want to think of is, where should my origin be located? The second thing you want to think of is, what's my very first sketch going to look like? And in the case of this model, I think my first sketch could actually look like a 40 millimeter line that comes to the origin, then a 78 millimeter line, a 150 line, another 78 line, another 40 millimeter line. And then I could round these off with a radius. Now, the reason I'm confident that I can do this is because this radius has a value of 34. The wall thickness is 26, and this radius has a value of 8. And some quick math tells me that 34 minus 26 equals 8. So I can just offset that information in by doing what's called a thin feature extrude. So my first sketch is going to look like this outer perimeter of the part here. And then my first extrusion is going to be a midplane or a symmetric extrusion that's going to go out to 80 millimeters. And it's going to use the thin feature option. And for the thin feature option, I'm going to input a wall thickness of 26 millimeters. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of rounding off the main shape of this part. So the first thing you do is you figure out what your first sketch is going to look like. Then you figure out what your first feature is going to look like. And then you're able to go on and start thinking about what the remaining features in the model are going to look like. So I think for my next feature, I'm going to round off this shape here. Then my next feature, maybe I'll add a chamfer to chamfer off this shape here. Then maybe I'll start getting in and filling in some of the insides a little bit. So I'll kind of fill in this shape here so that top is all solid. I'll fill in this shape here so that bottom is all solid. And then I think I'll tackle this kind of centered rib going up through the middle. And then for my final features, I'll add this hole and I'll add this hole here. So it's good to come up with a game plan before you start creating your model. But once you've got that game plan, it's going to be time to jump in and start working in the software. So I'm going to use the Windows snipping tool and just grab a screen capture of this print. I'm going to take this print and move it over to my second screen over here so I can get all those dimensions. I'm going to jump into Onshape. So let's jump into Onshape here. Here we go, Onshape. And I'm going to choose in Onshape to create this document. Let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's bring up our keyboard here so you guys can see all the shortcuts that I'm doing as I'm going through this challenge. So here we go. We're in Onshape, and let's choose to create a new document. So create a new document. I'm going to call this 24-12-18-hinge bracket, and I am going to store this in the public space. So I'm going to create this as a public document. So if you're ever looking in Onshape, you can search here in the public document, and you can search for this text, 24-12-18, and then you'll be able to bring up my exact model. So I'm going to choose to create this in the public space, and now we're going to get into it here in our first sketch. So we're going to just follow through the game plan. Front plane, begin a sketch. So S key, begin a sketch. N key, get normal to. S key, I'm going to create a line here. I'm going to create a line that starts here at the origin, comes over. I'm going to create this using auto dimension 78, enter. I'm going to come up here, single click, auto dimension 150, enter. I'm going to bring this over in this direction. I'll just make it vertical here. So I'll just kind of like wake up that point and make that vertical. Move my mouse over in this direction, and that's going to be at a distance of 40. Enter, and then I'm going to just make one more line down here, again, at a distance of 40, enter. Let's click on this point and make sure it's vertical. It is. The whole sketch looks black, so it looks like we are in the right direction here with this thing. Let's make sure that our corners are rounded off, so we choose the fillet command, and this fillet is going to be applied on this corner here, and it is going to have a dimension of 34. Enter, and then I'll also click here on this corner, and I'll just press enter again so that it also gets a radius of 34. So if you're following along with as a tutorial, that's what your first sketch should look like. It looks like it's fully defined. Everything is black. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the extrude command in Onshape. So here on the extrude on the toolbar, or you could press the S key. Now I've customized my S key, so the extrude command is just right there waiting for me. So S key extrude. And then instead of doing this as a solid extrusion, I'm going to do this as a surface, as a thin feature extrusion. And then what am I going to be extruding? This is kind of cool. In Onshape, you could right mouse button on this entity and then fly out the menu for select and choose tangent connected edges. So that goes through and grabs everything. And then the thickness here is going to be 26 millimeters, and I'll choose to reverse the direction on that. So it's going to the inside. And then the depth of this is going to be 80 millimeters. And then if I roll the view a little bit here, you can see I can choose symmetric. And that symmetric is going to make that kind of like a mid plane. It's going to start at the middle and then go out to that 80 millimeters. So I'm going to hit the green check mark, and there we go. There is our first feature. And then if I click on this face here, and then I look down here in the status area in the lower right, I can confirm that that has a radius of 8 millimeters. You can just click on a face and then look down here. I didn't have to click measure or anything like that. I just click on this face and then look down here in the corner, 8 millimeters. So that's good. So that confirms my earlier math. So we are ready to move on to the next feature. So the next feature I create is going to be a fillet. And for this fillet, I'm going to use this option here, full round. And so with full round fillet, I can just remove this face here and replace it with a round that touches off tangent to that face. So the first face side will be this side, move around here. Second face side will be this side, and then the faces to round will be this side. And that all looks good to me. I'll right mouse button in the background and say confirm fillet 1. Oh yeah, this thing's really coming together. And so now I'm going to press the S key and jump into the chamfer command. We could use S key for fillet, S key for chamfer command. And this chamfer is going to have a chamfer distance of 28, and it's going to be 28 by 45 degrees. That's what's shown on the drawing there. So distance and angle, or it could be 28 by 28 if it was symmetric. So I'm going to pick on this edge here and this edge here and chamfer those regions off. So we hit the green check mark, and there we go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in my game plan was that, in my game plan, I said I'm going to create that shape, and then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to kind of fill in this region here. I forgot to mention one thing, which is we need to hollow out. We need to hollow out this region here. Well, since all of the walls are called out as 10 millimeter walls, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, everything's called out here as 10 millimeters. Here's 10 millimeter typical wall thickness. Maybe we could just do this with a shell. So let's put this back on our second screen. Let's go back into Onshape here and choose the shell command. And then for my shell wall thickness, I'm going to make this 10. And let's start picking faces. I love the way Onshape right away shows us a preview of what this is going to look like. I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks like what we're going for there. So yeah, that's a winner. So I'm going to hit the green check mark, and look at that. We were able to shell out that geometry, and that's all looking pretty good to me. So now I'm going to choose this face here. I'm going to begin a sketch. So S key sketch. I'm going to press the S key again and begin the circle command. I'm going to single click here at the center of this existing edge. And then I'm just going to move my mouse over, and I'm going to pick up on this point here. The circle is called out with a radius of 40. That's also what the radius is on the front of the model. So this should just be a co-radial or an 80 diameter circle there. So that looks pretty good. That's all I have to do with that sketch. I don't have to add any dimensions or anything. And then S key extrude. And this extrude is not going to be thin, it's going to be a solid extrusion. So I'll come over here to solid, I'll choose inside of that circle, and I'm going to say that's going to go up to, see here, up to part, and I'll just pick the part here, and boom, there we go. We got that nice and filled in. And now I'm basically going to just repeat that on the bottom side. So I'll roll this around here to the bottom side. I'm going to pick this face here, S key, begin a sketch. Going to press the S key again. I'm going to start the circle command, create a circle here. This time the circle is going to have a radius of 25, so diameter of 50 if I'm using the auto dimensioning. S key extrude, and then once again, this is going to go up to part. And so I'll pick this face here, and yeah, that looks like exactly what we want. So I'll hit the check mark here. Now, to fill in this remaining region here, I could come in here and I could create a sketch that comes over, down here, down to this edge, down to here, 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 and then close it off, and then create another arc here to close that off, and then I could fill in that region. Or I could just make a sketch of one line. And what that might look like is if I pick down here on this lower face, pick this face down here, S key, begin a sketch, and I'm going to press N to get normal 2, and then S key to begin a line command. I could just create a line that starts out up here, starts out, coincident to that edge and vertical to the center or through the origin, and then ends up down here coincident to this edge and vertical. You notice how that line is nice and fully constrained. Well, the cool thing about Onshape is if I choose to extrude that, so if I go S key extrude, I'm not going to use this, what's in here right now. I'm going to press the space bar to clear that. You could click this X or just press the space bar. And then I can just pick right here. And Onshape automatically breaks out that region between the sketch and the existing edges. So I don't have to sketch any of that extra stuff. I can just pick that region there, and then I could choose to bring that up to face and pick this face right here. And yes, that looks great. That's perfect. I love it. So that definitely works. And then for our final feature, our final tricky feature, the kind of rib-looking feature, I'm just going to go back and use that original sketch. Remember we created this original sketch here? I'm just going to go back and use that original sketch. So if I pick this face here and I pick this face here, I can look down in the status area and I can see the distance between those faces is 16 millimeters. And that checks out. 26 minus 10 is 16 millimeters. So now what I could do is I can take this original sketch here, and I can either click it or not click it ahead of time. I'm going to not click it ahead of time. I can press the S key, extrude, and then I can say I want to make another thin feature. And now I can start picking these edges of that original sketch. Go around and pick these edges of that original sketch. And now, instead of saying that I want the thickness to be 5, I'm going to make the thickness 16. Enter. Look at that. Look how thick that is. And then I'm going to say I want that to reverse direction so it goes down into the part. And then instead of saying I want the depth to be 25, I'm going to say I want that to be 10 to match the wall thickness of that rib. And just like we did earlier, I'm going to say I want that to be symmetric. So I think this is a cool model, not only because I like the geometry, but also because it gives you a chance to kind of work on your game when it comes to Onshape and the thin feature. And there's some pretty cool time-saving tricks you can use if you start getting used to that. It's a relatively new feature, the thin feature. I think it came out earlier this year, maybe last year, but relatively new feature in Onshape, but definitely a really useful feature that I think deserves a little bit of practice, because then you could work it into your overall arsenal in Onshape. So I'm going to hit the green check mark. There we go. That finishes that feature. And now this thing's just a walk in a park. All we got to do is just pick this face, S key, begin to sketch, S key, circle, pick this point here, move our mouse, click, let go of our mouse, type in the diameter of that circle, 16, enter, S key, extrude. This is going to be, again, it's going to switch over to solid. So you're going to have to pick that arc or inside that region again. And this is going to be a remove up to face. And we'll bring that right up to this face here. And hit the check mark, and then we can do the exact same thing on the other side. So we can pick this face here, S key, begin a sketch, S key, circle, single click, move our mouse, single click, let go of our mouse, type in the diameter, 50, S key, extrude. This is going to go remove up to face, and that face is going to be this face here. We could probably also use up to next, or there may be some other dynamic end conditions there, but that works for me. I'm going to press the P key on my keyboard to hide my planes. You can see I've still got some sketches and the origin shown, so I'm going to press Shift P to hide all my reference geometry. I'm going to come down here to the name of the part, right mouse button, and I'm going to say assign or edit appearance. And I'm going to just change the appearance here to match kind of what the customer gave me. The customers always like it when you match their color, or at least get close to the colors of their parts. Make that a little bit closer. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to right mouse button down here where it says part 1, and I'm going to say assign material. And the material for this part is called out as 1060 aluminum. So TTT custom materials, aluminum 1060, hit the green check mark. And then finally, we'll go down here in the corner. We're going to click on this button for mass properties. Click on that button for mass properties. We'll click on this part, and we're coming up with an answer of 1083 grams. I'll type that into the chat, and let's see if we got it correct. So we're going to go back here to our presentation, and the correct answer for this model is 1083 grams. So yes, we did it. We got it correct. Good job, Toby. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that tutorial, that live solve in Onshape. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you learned anything from this live solve. And of course, if you're joining us here on Model Monday Live, be sure to put a 1 in the chat if you liked that live solve. That's a pretty fun part, that hinge bracket part. And like I said, I think it shows you a lot of cool stuff you can do with Onshape and with the thin feature tool. Sometimes we overlook that thin feature tool, but it's got some pretty powerful functionality. Just about doing the reps, right? Just about doing the reps and learning how to use it. All right, guys, and that brings us to our final challenge for you, the answer to our second challenge here. Let's take a look. QWERTY CA is in the chat. Long time no see, my friend. Welcome back to the live stream. Great seeing you in here. Klaus is in the chat. Welcome. Thank you. Matthew Watson is in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you guys enjoyed that live solve. All righty, and don't forget to hit the like button before the end of the live stream here today. Don't forget to share and reshare, and don't forget to sign up for the upcoming training. Actually, this is in February. Sheet metal and beginners training in February. All right, guys, the answer to this second challenge. Let's take a look here at the chat and see who got it. Lots of people got this one. I like it. All right. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for the CSWP prep, DEC 42, take 42% off. Vicky, maybe you can just drop that link in the chat again so people know where to find that and the discount code. All right, here we go. First person to answer this one, Dom Linder, 718 grams. Aaron C, 718 grams. Nice job. Gray, what's up, Gray? Long time no see. 718 grams. Eric Guthier, 718 grams. Very nice, very nice. Klaus in the chat, 718 grams. Very nice. This is a fun model, guys. I really enjoy this model. HP Himanta in the chat. Welcome back, my friend. Former tournament runner, 718 grams. Very nice. Paragene in the chat, 718 grams. Nice. Jim U, 718 grams. Mesa Make, 718 grams. Chuck in the chat, 718 grams. Very nice, very nice. And anybody else coming in at the last moment here? Let's find out. Atse is in the chat, says hi, everyone. What's up, Atse? Welcome, welcome. Guys, the correct answer is 718 grams. So GG to Dom. Well done, my friend. Congratulations. And that's going to get a point for Dom in this, the final challenge on our Model Monday live stream for 2024. What a great year it's been, guys. Congratulations to anyone who finished these challenges. These are not easy challenges. Well done. Well done. Pico Boost is still working on it. I'm slow. Don't worry. The speed will come with time and practice. It's all good. But congratulations to Aaron C. and Dom. And I guess I'll just make it official. Congratulations to Aaron C. for locking down the Model Monday Live leaderboard for 2025. I know we haven't updated it dynamically yet, but I'm pretty sure that no one's going to be able to catch up to you since there's no more challenges. So good job, my friend. Congratulations. Sick win, sick year. Well done. Well done. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, the last part was sudden death, so Dom actually won. Wow, good job, Dom. You won. You got the last one. Final point wins it all. Congratulations, according to Aaron C. Awesome job, guys. And thank you so much to the chat. You guys truly are the most amazing chat ever. And don't forget to join the party, Practice Models Premium, join the YouTube channel, and take training with Toby. These are all great ways to support the channel. Next week, 2025 officially kicks off. Wow, Aaron C. once again coming in with Super Chat. Too kind, my friend, too kind. Thank you so much. Great year of streams and looking forward to the next year. Yeah, I completely agree. And thank you so much for the Super Chat. And guys, thank you all so much for a wonderful 2024. This was a really fun year. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about the website. We learned a lot about the Practice Models app. We learned a lot about the YouTube channel. We learned a lot from all of you. And we had so much fun along the way. I mean, these live streams every Monday are such a great way to kick off the week. It's a cool way to kind of come out of the weekend. I almost feel like my week doesn't really start until after Model Monday Live. It like really gets me in the mood to do CAD throughout the week. So I hope you guys feel the same way. And I know you've been enjoying these live streams. I've been enjoying hanging out with all of you as well. So thank you all so much for a wonderful year. Very much looking forward to 2025. We've got some cool stuff coming in 2025 for all of you, for the community, and I'm especially excited about seeing some more of these high school tournaments for the next generation of CAD engineers to really work on their chops. So huge shout out to LeGrand High School. Thank you so much for having me as a guest and for allowing us to host the tournaments there this month. Very much looking forward to that. Don't forget, January 10th is the first one on Friday at 1 p.m. But again, overall, I just want to say thank you all so much. What a wonderful year. What an awesome 2024. Looking forward to officially kicking it off next week, January 6th, our very first live stream in 2025. And guys, if you have any questions, let us know. Join us in the Discord. We're always hanging out in there. We're always answering people's questions. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great rest of your year. Enjoy New Year's. Everybody be safe out there, especially on the roads. Be very safe out there. And we will look forward to seeing everyone in 2025. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take it easy.